Hello and welcome to the Midday News. The news is live from our studios at Kokomimle Joy 99.7 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are live on Love 99.5 FM and affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM Cape Coast, Kekeli Radio Ho, and Radio Max Takrade. And coming up,
procedure is to serve them with letters. First warning, second warning, and ultimately we terminate. And sometimes we have to prosecute them.
This afternoon, road contractors called the bluff of Roads Ministry, rejecting a directive for them to return to road projects they abandoned due to delay in payments. Also, Transport Minister serves notice he will recommend dismissal of board and management of agencies under his ministry should there be friction among the players. Also in this bulletin, a fully fitted kitchen, 10% discount on homes. These are among other amazing packages up for grabs that Elegant Homes hints of offering on the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. There's more to it as we gear up for the mini clinics this weekend.
Elegant Homes is giving 10% discount on our prices. Aside this, we are also giving you a fitted kitchen. You just saw one, central ceiling speakers, a video doorbell, a remote control gate, and a garage.
We're live at the Achimota Retail Center as organizers finalize preparations for the first mini clinic ahead of the fair next month in sports.
Former Member of Parliament Daniel Titus Glover is unhappy with the Ghana FA for what he terms unfair treatment handed out to Black Stars coach CK Akono. Details in 20 minutes.
And in showbiz, a very exciting weekend as Joy Prime premieres its new travel show, Joy Prime Explore.
I take you to the kingdom of Akwemu, one of the most beautiful parts of this country. It's got everything. It's got political figures, it's got rivalries, it's got kings who can disappear, it's got dwarves, it's got, it's like a fairy tale.
You want to stay for details also. Ghana meets South Africa. It's Storm Boy and Essays Focalistic in a collaboration which has taken Africa by storm. These are more coming up. Thank you for choosing us. We are your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. I'm Barbara Kumson. In our first story this afternoon, road contractors who've abandoned various projects due to delayed payments say they will not return to site as directed by the Roads Ministry. Many road projects have stalled with residents in the affected areas bearing the brunt. Some of them who've been speaking to Joy News want government to immediately address the challenges to get the projects completed.
Comparing the worst road I've ever used in Accra. Very terrible. The potholes. No, look at where we're coming from. I'm coming from Accra. And to this prestigious university. And the very road to the university. Manuel, what do I do again? I have vowed never to come here because if I happen to be here 2 or 3 times, I mean, my vehicle will damage it.
My driver, our road, MPB, no German, just money due.
I've been in this area for from 2015 and our road here is very bad. Former MP, that's Ayoko Buchi. She came here and promised that she will be doing this road for us and till now we've not seen anything. And when it rains, honestly, when I was a student here, I completed here. Honestly, when it rains, students find it very difficult to come to campus.
It's very bad. The road is very bad. The previous MP did not do it. The recent one, I don't know. We are hoping that he will do it because the road is very bad, especially when it rains. You will not even get a car home.
So what you heard there were voices of residents of Soutrum here in Accra. Well, last month, government said it had released some 800 million cedis to clear the arrears owed the contractors. But speaking on the sidelines of a community engagement with the chiefs and people at Anya Soutrum constituency, Deputy Roads Minister Stephen Jalula said even though the monies are being released, some of the contractors are yet to return to site. He warned of possible prosecution if contractors refuse to return to work despite being paid.
It's incumbent on them to return to site and carry on with their works. But if they don't come, that means that they don't have the intention to work again. And so our procedure is to serve them with letters, first warning, second warning, and ultimately we terminate. And sometimes we have to prosecute them. Some of them we have paid them all their IPCs, but yeah, they will hide under the cloak of non-payment.
Well, the road contractors have called his bluff, insisting government is yet to clear up debts owed its members. They say they will not return until all monies owed them are paid. Stephen Akachi is the national vice chairman of the Association of Road Contractors Ghana.
The man is a concept man. How do you make that statement? Meanwhile, lock down your site, which will let the contractors go to the site. What 800 they pay to who? They should come out with the contractors they have paid the money to. They should come out. It's never true. They will mention the money, and if he knows how much he owed the contractor, he wouldn't have made that noise. It's like a teaspoon of salt putting in the sea, and you want to test it and see whether you can hear from. The salt. No, which is not correct. You have all the people in billions. No, we have a category in the construction. Okay, we have category. We have a small scale people. They do the grass cutting. They still the gutters, like those small things. Maybe some, in their highest yield is about 20,000, some 50,000. If you pay those people, make sure you categorize nicely and let the public know what you are doing. Some of the filling stations, we have lifted the fuel almost 4 years now. We will not pay.
Are you telling me, sir, that there's been no engagement at all between yourself and government as regarding how your monies are going to be paid? We are told that your documents are going to be validated, and that has already started, and the payments are actually ongoing.
I want to wake up my tenants this morning. No, let me tell you. Validation. What validation? I give you a bill. You accepted the bill. You are not. What validation again?
What are you going to do now? Are you going to return to the site as the minister is ordering?
To go and do what? No. 800. Even one activity. Okay. One activity. It's more than that 800 million they are talking about.
So that's Stephen Akachi, National Vice Chairman of the Association of Road Contractors Ghana, speaking to Manuel Coranting. Thankfully, we are joined on the line by Deputy Roads Minister Stephen Jalula. Many thanks for your time, sir. I'm sure you heard the National Vice Chairman of the Association of Road Contractors Ghana. He's saying that they haven't been paid, and he's actually challenging you to disclose the category of people who have been paid. So do we know the exact category of contractors who have been paid?
Good afternoon. I listened to the chairman of the Road Contractors Association. Yes, it's true that the Ministry of Roads and Highways, together with the Ministry of Finance, have started paying contractors the debt that we owe them. And in your intro, I think I heard something like they are not returning until we have paid them. The thing is that the government cannot pay all the debt that we owe to our road contractors in one payment regime. It's a going concern, and we that is why we need time to be able to pay all of them. And it is due to this that somewhere last year, the president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, decided that we should not take on board new commitments and that we should hold on in the signing of new contracts with contractors regarding infrastructure so that we'll be able to pay substantially the indebtedness that we owe to them. So that is what we are doing, and it is not for me to come out and tell the chairman that I have paid contractor A or B. But what I know is that we have started. The road fund board is in place now, and they have started paying.
Okay, since you say they've started paying, when exactly did you start paying?
I think the payment started a couple of weeks ago. And if the chairman hasn't been paid, he should relax. I'm sure that soon it will get to his turn. And we are not ordering all contractors wholesale to go back to sites. because we owe them, and if we haven't given them money, we know it will be difficult for them to return to site. So when I directed that they should go to site, I said those that have been paid. If a contractor has been paid his money, we know we cannot clear all the debt, but we are paying some monies to them. If you receive anything, it behoves you to go back to site and carry on with the work that you sign up to do.
So those you have paid, have they been paid in full or just in part?
Some of them have been paid in full, others have been paid in part. And it's ongoing. It's an ongoing process. It has not ended yet.
And finally, for those that you've paid in full, and even those you've paid in part, have they started going back to site?
Yes, I know. I was in the Western North with the president last weekend, and so many of them have returned to site. And I know it's same in most other regions.
Very well, very well. Thank you so much for your time. That's Deputy Roads Minister Stephen Jalula there. Transport Minister Kweku Furi-Isiama says he will not hesitate to recommend for dismissal board and management of agencies under his ministry should there be friction among them. Inaugurating the governing board of the Ghana Maritime and the Shippers Authority, the minister called for collaboration in delivering the ministry's mandate.
Unfortunate practices in some instances of the past, where the board and management normally crash. Please, I will treat you to let it be the thing of the past. You know your respective roles. I do not intend to lecture you. What is important now, let them all work together. We need harmony. We need cooperation. For me, I'm in my corner here. Like I've been telling some of you, the chief, when you come, I say, have you seen this table? I sit here. If I advise you and you take, it is to your benefit. But if you don't take, you come back to meet me in that corner, sitting there waiting for you. I will not hesitate to recommend to President any board member or any chief executive who do not want to cooperate as far as the minister activity is concerned for your removal. The final decision is his.
Transport Minister Kweku Furi-Isiama there, and the Transport Minister is expected to inaugurate other boards under his ministry. Judith Awotwe-Tando is there, joins us on the line. Judith, bring us up to speed on what's happening.
Okay, Araba, the ministry has just inaugurated the Driver Vehicle License Authority, that's the DVLA, and during the inauguration, the minister raised some key issues about the registration of vehicles at the port. Now, according to him, the DVLA is sure all these requisites provide direct advice. He also called on the DLA to intensify education on road safety regulations. And now, according to the statistics, show that 90% of accidents could have been prevented if drivers were a bit more diligent on our roads. He later cautioned the board to work hand in hand with management.
All right, many thanks, Judith Awotwe-Tando, with that update. We do apologize for the poor quality of the line. Now, President Akufo-Addo says he wants to leave a legacy of an enhanced democratic dispensation by strengthening the country's governance system. He also hopes to leave behind a legacy of building an accelerated economy in Ghana to avail opportunities and generate jobs for the citizenry. He was speaking on local radio station Voice of Volta in Hohoe at the start of his tour of the Volta region.
I think that the legacy, we talk about legacy, I don't have a regional legacy, yes, but more importantly for me is the national legacy, which will affect all the parts of the country. I think that the legacy I'm looking at is in two parts. One, strengthening of our system of governance. I think that the opportunity is there to further entrench democratic government and good governance in our body politic, and I would like to be associated with this process of strengthening and entrenching democracy in Ghana, and at the same time the accelerated economic development that we're all looking forward to, that will create an economy of opportunities, an economy which generates jobs, will also have been something that will have been heightened in my period, and that people will see that in my period the policies that were put together enable this process of rapid development to take.
President Akufo-Addo there speaking on a Voice of Volta in Hohoe earlier today. Now, Paramount Chief of B. Wigbe, Togbeke, has commended the president for fixing the Hohoe municipality with development. The chief made the comments when the president paid a courtesy call on the chiefs of the B Traditional Council during his tour of the region.
Is a Hohoe water supply expansion project. Our current water supply system was designed with a maximum capacity to serve only about 15,000 people. Today, the population of Hohoe and its adjoining communities is close to 200,000. Thus, Hohoe currently has a serious water crisis. Not to forget the fact that Hohoe is a home to 2 large colleges of education and a number of second-cycle institutions. Your Excellency, there is an existing Hohoe water expansion project plan crafted since the 1970s, presumably to lift water from the nearby water lake in Kando, which source will be more than enough to supply the entire Hohoe municipality and beyond, including even Jaska in the Oti region.
Correspondent Ivy Setoji is following the president. She joins us on the line with more. Ivy, what was the president's response to the demands by the chiefs?
The president said 44,000 metric tons of water project will be done for Hohoe at the cost of $139 million. That's the water project. In 36 months, he also said funding will be made available for an autonomous university in Hohoe. The president also said that his reason for visiting the municipality or the Volta region is to thank the people of the region for the massive support during the 2020 election and also listen to their concerns and their demands. So these are some of the things the president has been telling the people.
As it is today, you have a campus of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, which is based in Ho. And the university is seeking funding to the extent of $160 million to expand the campus here in Hohoe. The Minister of Finance, the Minister of Education, with my active support, has now decided that when the funding is completed and secured, that it will no longer serve to expand a campus of a university.
President Akufo-Addo there. Let's do some health stories. And the nation's COVID-19 figures has seen slight improvement by way of new cases being recorded. The most recent update from the Ghana Health Service, dated September 6, puts the new cases at 236. This is lower than previous weeks, including periods where new cases went beyond 300. Despite what many consider to be gains, Center for Democratic Development Ghana Fellow in Public Health, Dr. Kwame Sapong Asiedu, believes this data does not necessarily reflect the situation. He's been speaking to Israel Laye on the AM show.
You need to situate this, bro. From March, when we had our first case, to the 31st of December, we had 336 deaths. From June 1, 786, to today, 1,084, we've had close to the same number of deaths in as many weeks as we had in the entire year.
Yeah.
That should be concerning to you. And that's why community non-compliance and questions around, have you seen anyone who's dead, concern me. Because when you've had, the thing about COVID is, when you get it, you either recover, you die, or you're an active case. So you can look at the discharge and it can tell you a story. Look at Savannah. Only 75.6% of their cases have recovered. Look at the active cases. It tells you about 13, 14. Their case mortality rate is significantly high.
Yeah.
So you had the CDD Ghana Fellow in Public Health, Dr. Kwame Sapong Asiedu, head of our health desk. Fred Smith joins us with more. Fred, what are the other key figures by way of our COVID-19 situation?
Well, but we're seeing hospitalizations also reducing. We have severe and critical cases down. Severe cases are 127 and critical 51. Active cases have also dropped by almost 200. We have 5,355. Just a week ago, we had over 7,000, and the deaths are at 1,087.
All right, many thanks. Fred Smith is head of our health desk. Let's stay on health. And this afternoon, there's help out there for anyone nursing suicidal thoughts. According to the Mental Health Authority, 417 people have attempted suicide as of June 2021. There are others that are also not reported because of stigma and fear of community repercussions. Acting head of health promotions at the authority, Mental Health Authority, Dr. Yao Amankwa Arthur says the situation is worrying and needs urgent intervention.
It is bad. I mean, as at June, and you have 417. If you are doing a rough estimate, you realize that the figures might be higher than the previous years. And suicide, the premeditating factors are determined by the psychosocial problems that people face, as well as mental health issues. These two combined move people to take the decision that they are going to die by suicide. Yes, it is a worrying concern, and that is why this year we're taking that step of making people aware that they need not to die by suicide because there is help out there.
Dr. Yao Amankwa is acting head of the health promotions at the Mental Health Authority. Now, some employers who are looking to hire at the ongoing job fair organized by the YEA are worried about the quality of some of the graduates who have turned up for jobs. The employers are disappointed many of the job seekers do not possess the soft skills that they are looking for. Order has been restored at the venue following yesterday's chaos, which nearly resulted in a stampede as thousands of people jostled for the few jobs slots available. Joy News' Justice Bedu is at the conference center here in Accra, where the fair is happening. He joins us live on the line. Justice, what exactly are the skills that these employers who are complaining job seekers lack? What are they looking out for?
So many of these employers that are working with are concerned that many of the people who come in looking for a job are looking for jobs that they describe as office jobs. So basically, they are not very much interested in physical jobs, which require them to be out there working, especially as people who have jobs in the area of vocational and technical, in the technical field, who are saying that many of the people who are coming have certificates in either psychology or political science.
That's Justice Bedu reporting from the conference center where the YEA is holding a job fair. We do apologize for the quality of the line there. But you're listening to the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. We're taking a short break. Our top story this afternoon, road contractors call the bluff of Roads Ministry rejecting a directive for them to return to road projects they had abandoned due to delay in payments. Also, Transport Minister serves notice he will recommend dismissal of board and management of agencies under his ministry should there be friction among the players. Still ahead, a fully fitted kitchen, 10% discount on homes. These are among other amazing packages up for grabs that Elegant Homes hints of offering on the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. There's more to it as we gear up for the mini clinic this weekend.
Elegant Homes is giving 10% discount on our prices. Aside this, we are also giving you a fitted kitchen. You just saw one, central ceiling speakers, a video doorbell, a remote control gate, and a garage.
And in showbiz, a very exciting weekend as Joy Prime premieres its new travel show, Joy Prime Explore.
I take you to the kingdom of Akwemu, one of the most beautiful parts of this country. It's got everything. It's got political figures, it's got rivalries, it's got kings who can disappear, it's got dwarves, it's got, it's like a fairy tale.
Also, Ghana meets South Africa at Stoneboy and Essays Focalistic in a collaboration which is taking Africa by storm. Stay for details.
The boys are back, oh! The boys are back! Imagine inviting great footballers like Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe into your home. Imagine feeling the big man temperament of football's fiercest rivals in your living room. Imagine enjoying the home ground advantage of witnessing the best of Serie A, La Liga, Premier League, UEFA Europa, and many more leagues all in English. Or stop imagining. Just get a GoTV decoder now at 89 Ghana cedis and upgrade to GoTV Max to turn your home into the home ground of great football. To purchase a new decoder, SMS GoTV to short code 1731. GoTV. Love it.
Drama from day one.
You're welcome back to the Midday News. It's time for sports, and Nathaniel Atta has details.
Now, former Member of Parliament for the Tema East constituency, Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, is unhappy with the Ghana Football Association for what he terms unfair treatment handed out to coach CK Akono since he took over the reins as Black Stars coach. Coach CK Akono has come under harsh criticism after results recorded in the last two games in the Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover is of the opinion that the Ghana Football Association is being unnecessarily unfair towards the Black Stars coach. He will be making an appearance later today on Sports Today on the Joy News channel, and he's been speaking to Joy Sports.
Most of the things that is happening at the Black Star camp, because CK is not talking, it goes to confirm that CK he's not pulling his weight. But that is not true, on the contrary. How can a coach sit down for Kurtz and his group to be doing selection for him?
Nathaniel Atta with sports there. Now, a fully fitted kitchen, 10% discount on homes. These are among other amazing packages up for grabs that Elegant Home hints of offering on the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. There's mini clinics this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Listen to Executive Director Dorothy Kwashi of Executive Director of Elegant Homes, Dorothy Kwashi.
Central ceiling speakers, a video doorbell, a remote control gate, and a garage. For Elegant Homes, our flexibility is with the type of payments plan or options that we give to our clients.
Okay.
In fact, the first on it is an outright purchase, and then the second option is mortgage.
Okay. All right, so that's Dorothy Kwashi. She is Executive Director of Elegant Homes, speaking about the jaw-dropping packages you expected to get when you visit our mini clinics starting tomorrow at the Achimota Retail Center. Manuel Kuranting is there. He's on the ground for an update on preparations. Manuel, how are things shaping up?
So, but there's a lot of excitement that's building up here at the Achimota Retail Center, and in less than 24 hours, the entire car park of the mall we transformed to a one-stop shop for home housing needs, right from acquisition of land to furnishing of rooms. The vendors here say they are pumped up to meet the expectations of all patrons at extremely affordable rates. So this is the place to be this weekend, Arba.
All right, many thanks, Manuel Kuranting. Now, ahead of the first mini clinic of this year's EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair this weekend, Joy FM's Super Morning Show offered listeners an opportunity to share their challenges with engaging the services of artisans in the country. All the callers shared very interesting experiences which paint the picture that Ghanaian artisans are not only unreliable but cheats as well. Let's hear from some of them.
I hired this guy to come and do work for me. He didn't know I was an electrician. Now this is his line after 2 weeks of not coming. I've paid him part payment. The electricity level at Akoso Boy is too high, so he's fastening the wire. The level has to come down before he can do the work.
Mason started the project from the start. Then we've gotten to a stage where we are supposed to do plastering. And the guy is charging so much. Then I'm like, okay, you've estimated for everything, so you hold on for a while. When I get the materials ready, then we'll start the work.
And so those were some callers into the Super Morning Show today. Now it's time for Showbiz, and it promises to be an exciting weekend as Joy Prime premieres its new travel show, Joy Prime Explore. Mapito, you have more on that.
Yeah, if you're a travel freak like me, this is the show to catch because Kojo Youngson will be taking us all over Ghana. We'll be finding out some of the secret gems, the castles, the museums, the forts. Let's listen to the host, Kojo Youngson.
I take you to the kingdom of Akwemu, one of the most beautiful parts of this country, and their history will shock you. It's got everything. It's got political figures, it's got rivalries, it's got kings who can disappear.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's got dwarves.
Yeah.
It's got it's like a fairy tale, and it's all right here in Ghana. It's going to be, let me say it this way, shockingly educative.
Like that.
You're going to be amazed by the things we learned on these trips, and everybody will enjoy this. People are going to be blown away.
We're going to be blown away. You can't afford to miss it. It's on Joy Prime, and it will be premiering soon.
On Sunday, 6
about
p.m.
Sunday, 6 p.m. Great. What about music? We understand Stonebwoy has a new one out.
Well, Ghana meets South Africa as Stonebwoy meets one of South Africa's biggest amapiano artists, vocalistic, in the new song, Ariba.
Mama, mama, I see it in your eyes. Mama, mama, you know I want to hold you. Mama, mama.
All right, it's trending on Twitter. It's a hit song. It's a lovely song. So do make sure you stream that song.
I'm waiting for the dance challenge for that. Sharp, sharp, sharp. Interesting. Thank you, Mapito. And that's how we wrap up the news. Our top story. This afternoon, road contractors called the bluff of Roads Ministry, rejecting a directive for them to return to road projects as they abandoned due to delay in payments, and also a fully fitted kitchen, 10% discount on homes. These are among other amazing packages up for grabs that Elegant Homes hints of offering at the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair happening this weekend. The mini clinics are happening at the Achimota Retail Center. Be sure not to miss out. There's more news on myjoyonline.com. My name is Arba Kumsin. Have a wonderful weekend.
Mama, mama, you know I want to hold you. I'll be serious. Me, I know you're dangerous.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the love